In the quiet town of Willowbrook, nestled between rolling hills and a gentle river, lived a man named Samuel. Samuel was not like most people in Willowbrook. He was blind from birth, unable to see the vibrant colors of the world or the beauty of nature that surrounded him. However, Samuel had a gift that set him apart from everyone else. He had a remarkable talent for painting. From a young age, Samuel had shown an incredible aptitude for creating art with his hands. His fingers were sensitive, and he could feel the texture of different surfaces, discerning even the most subtle variations. His parents had noticed his gift when he was just a child and had encouraged him to explore it. They provided him with paints, brushes, and canvases, and Samuel quickly fell in love with the world of art. Samuel's paintings were unlike anything anyone had ever seen. They were not just colorful representations of objects or scenes, they were vivid expressions of emotion, depth, and soul. Samuel could capture the essence of a moment, a feeling, or a memory on his canvases, making his artwork a window into his inner world. As he grew older, Samuel's reputation as an artist spread far and wide. His paintings were exhibited in galleries across the country, and collectors would pay exorbitant sums to own a piece of his work. But Samuel never cared about the money or the fame. For him, painting was a way of connecting with the world, a way to experience the beauty and wonder that sighted people often took for granted. One crisp autumn morning, Samuel stood on the porch of his small cottage, breathing in the scent of fallen leaves and listening to the gentle rustling of the trees. He had always felt a deep connection to nature, and it often inspired his art. Today, he felt an overwhelming desire to paint something special, something that would capture the essence of the season. With the help of his trusty guide dog, Luna, Samuel made his way to his studio, a cozy room filled with the tools of his trade. He carefully selected a canvas and set up his paints and brushes. He wanted to create a masterpiece that would convey the vibrant colors of autumn, the warmth of the sun, and the coolness of the breeze. Samuel dipped his brush into a pool of red paint and began to stroke it across the canvas. He could feel the texture of the canvas beneath his fingertips, guiding his movements. He mixed shades of orange and yellow, layering them with precision. As he painted, he imagined the fiery leaves of the trees and the golden glow of the setting sun. Time seemed to stand still as Samuel worked, lost in the world of his painting. He was aware of every stroke, every color he applied, and every emotion he poured into his work. The hours passed by in a blur, and when he finally stepped back to examine his creation, he was filled with a sense of accomplishment. Luna, his loyal companion, wagged her tail in approval as she nuzzled Samuel's hand. He smiled and ran his fingers over the canvas, feeling the intricate details he had created. It was a painting that captured the very essence of autumn, and it was a masterpiece, even by Samuel's standards. Over the following weeks, news of Samuel's latest painting spread throughout Willowbrook and beyond. People came from far and wide to view his work, and the local gallery decided to host an exhibition featuring his autumn masterpiece. The anticipation and excitement in the town were palpable. The night of the exhibition arrived, and the gallery was filled to capacity. Samuel, guided by Luna, made his way through the crowd, feeling a mixture of nerves and excitement. He could hear the hushed whispers and the admiration in people's voices as they examined his painting. As he stood beside his masterpiece, a young woman approached him. She introduced herself as Emily and explained that she had traveled a long way to see his work. Samuel could hear the enthusiasm in her voice as she described the emotions his painting had evoked in her. "Your art is incredible," Emily said. "I've never seen anything like it. It's as if you've captured the very soul of autumn on this canvas." Samuel smiled warmly and thanked her for her kind words. He had always believed that art had the power to transcend physical limitations, to touch the hearts and souls of those who experienced it. Emily's words reaffirmed that belief. As the evening continued, Samuel had the opportunity to meet many more people who were deeply moved by his art. Some shared their own interpretations of his work, while others simply wanted to express their appreciation. Each interaction filled Samuel with a sense of joy and fulfillment. Among the attendees was a local journalist named Sarah. She was captivated by Samuel's story and his remarkable talent. Intrigued by the idea of writing an article about him, she approached him and asked if he would be willing to share his journey with the world. Samuel agreed, and over the next few weeks, Sarah spent time with him, learning about his life, his experiences, and his unique perspective on art. She marveled at how Samuel had managed to not only overcome the challenges of blindness but also turn his disability into a source of inspiration and creativity. The article Sarah wrote was a heartfelt tribute to Samuel and his art. It described his childhood, his supportive parents, and the way he had learned to see the world in a different light, not through his eyes but through his heart and fingertips. The article also emphasized the emotional depth of his paintings, how they resonated with people on a profound level. When the article was published, it garnered widespread attention. Samuel's story touched the hearts of readers all over the country, and his artwork gained even more recognition. People began to appreciate the power of art to transcend boundaries and connect with the human spirit. In the wake of his newfound fame, Samuel received invitations to exhibit his paintings in major galleries and museums around the world. He accepted a few of these invitations, accompanied by Luna and Sarah, who had become a close friend and advocate for his work. One of the most memorable exhibitions took place in Paris, the city of art and romance. Samuel's paintings, displayed alongside some of the world's most renowned artists, left a lasting impression on visitors. Critics praised his ability to convey the essence of different cultures and landscapes, despite never having seen them with his own eyes. Throughout his travels, Samuel continued to create art that resonated with people from all walks of life. His work became a source of inspiration for those facing adversity, a reminder that creativity and passion could overcome even the most formidable obstacles. As the years passed, Samuel's art evolved, reflecting the ever-changing landscape of his inner world. He explored new techniques, experimented with different styles, and continued to push the boundaries of what was possible for a blind artist. His paintings remained a testament to the limitless power of the human spirit. In his later years, Samuel returned to Willowbrook, where he had first discovered his love for painting. He settled into a peaceful routine, spending his days in his beloved studio, creating art that stirred the souls of those who had the privilege of experiencing it. Luna, now gray around the muzzle but still full of boundless energy, remained his faithful companion. One sunny afternoon, as Samuel worked on a particularly intricate piece, he received a surprise visit from a group of local children. They had heard about the blind artist of Willowbrook and wanted to meet him in person. Samuel welcomed them with open arms, eager to share his love for art with the next generation. He guided the children's hands over his paintings, allowing them to feel the textures and colors he had created. He encouraged them to ask questions and to explore their own creativity. As the children left his studio, their hearts and minds filled with wonder, Samuel couldn't help but smile. He knew that his legacy would live on, not just through his art but through the lives he had touched. As the sun set over Willowbrook, Samuel stood on his porch, taking in the sounds of the evening. The chirping of crickets, the rustling of leaves, and the distant laughter of children playing filled the air. He knew that he was a fortunate man, blessed with a gift that had allowed him to see the world in a way that few could understand. Samuel had proven that even in the absence of sight, one could find beauty, joy, and purpose. Through his paintings, he had discovered a way to not only enjoy life but also to share that enjoyment with others. His story was a testament to the indomitable human spirit, a reminder that adversity could be transformed into a source of inspiration and creativity. With Luna by his side and the memories of a life well lived in his heart, Samuel returned to his studio, ready to create more art that would touch the souls of those who dared to look beyond the surface and see the world through the brushes of the soul.